screwed. I mean, royally screwed. It's a good kind of, no, it's not a good kind. There's no way to say this right. I'm going to have a really exciting, fun, terrifying, challenging 2024. So what possibly could I be melting down about? Well, it's a wonderful thing that's horrible that I'm freaking out about, found out about last night around, say, 9:30, 9:45 p.m. and then didn't sleep all night because in over your head is doesn't do this justice. So let me get into this. Last year at SmokeOut, I don't know if you've been following the channel for that long. If you have, I appreciate it. But go back and watch the videos. It's a tremendous, amazing, chopper party in North Carolina. It's always in September. It's probably the original. I mean, it's probably the most celebrated chopper party out there. And back in the day, they used to do build-offs as part of SmokeOut. And when I say build-offs, I'm talking with the Kangs. I mean, like Indy and Larry, Billy Lane, all of them participated in these build-offs. The ones that were actually televised in some of the old shows. The drawing and stuff was done there at SmokeOut. Well, they started talking about bringing that back last year. And me, with this, that does this before this gets engaged, says like, oh yeah, that'd be fun. I'd like to be a part of that. And they said, well, submit your information, a picture of a bike, a little bit about yourself to this email address, and then an independent adjudicator would pick a group of 24 builders. And then they're going to narrow it down from there and from there. So it doesn't mean like there's going to be 24 bikes at SmokeOut. I think there's going to be, I don't know. I don't know all the rules and T's and C's, but like they're starting with 24 and they're going to narrow it down to like 16 or something like that via, I think, social media. And then once we're there, you getting this already? Then they're going to eliminate some, me. I mean, like, come on. And then they're going to get down to a smaller group and then get down to a final winner of the build-off. Well, I found out when the announcement was made last night that the independent adjudicator selected this stupid fat asshole to be one of the 24 in that group, and I am way in over my head. I mean, like they actually showed every person who had gotten a slot. They actually showed their name, where they were from, and the bike that they had considered that got them a spot. And the funny thing is they had gotten through 23 and it's like, oh, there's something wrong. We got to fix the slide on that one. So they jumped ahead a slot and they got to 24. And I was like, oh, thank God, man. I can't remember if Shelton was last or second to last, which is no ranking. It just means your spot. And Shelton from Clockworks got a spot. And he's a buddy, and I think the world of him. And he's building a badass FXR right now. And I was like, that's going to be sweet. And I actually went, whew. I'm like, I seriously was like, I'm swear to God, I was like, oh, I can just be there and watch and video and have a good time. And I don't have to be stacked up against these bikes I saw in this slideshow where I'm like, jeez, I may as well, rattle can a Vespa Pink and show up with that compared to these things. And then they're like, okay, so the final slide, we fixed it, we're back. And it's Professional Monkey. And I'm like, I actually put in the side chat, oh shit. Like I actually said, I would like to withdraw. Right now, I am outclassed is not even the words here because there were some incredible bikes. Now, these are all garage builders. These are all legit. These are not professionals. The bikes look professional, but these are just people who are instinctual and intense about the way that they do things. So they're like Bill, my buddy Bill, who built the Time Machine and the green bike you've seen in videos and all that sort of stuff, and currently has Sugar lining out little bitty things here and there. And I guess it was Brown Sugar I submitted. And it's not that bike is an amazing chopper or wow, it deserves to be on a pedestal. They thought it was an amazing first try. And I'm not knocking the bike, and I'm not knocking their opinion on the bike. I'm saying that's what they said is that, would they do things differently? Sure. I mean, like some invaders and a 21 and spiral cut. There's all kinds of stuff that could be done to Sugar to bring her to the next level. But they said as a first shot, they thought it would be pretty cool. Or they thought it was cool and that I should be part of this. It's a garage build. It's a little different. The old days, not a chop off. It's a garage build competition, meaning there's no rules. You can bring what you want to bring. If you want to bring a bagger, you can bring a bagger. If you want to bring a dyna, you can bring a dyna. If you want to bring a chopper, you want to bring a chopper. I'm sure there'll be a lot of choppers. And that's where I need your help. What in the hell do I do? I mean, like, seriously, like I've got a line on a really cool Evo motor. And then we could start from scratch building another chopper, an Evo chopper. I got to have it done by September, so that is doable. Keep in mind, just a full disclosure and announcement right here, sugar has to go. I need that money to fund this project. So brown sugar is, I believe, already sold, but it's got to be because I need that money to put into this project. So anyway, so I have a motor, a line on a motor that would be the beginnings of a whole new build if we did chopper. Or if we did want to bring a bagger, that's the two areas I feel comfortable in. Not comfortable. I've done a chopper. That's as comfortable as I am. And I have the friends that I would need to build another badass one. I mean, I've got Carl an hour away who painted, sugar. He would do, I'm sure, I'm not assuming, I'm not speaking for Carl here, but I'm sure he would paint 10s for me. I have ideas of things I would do differently, on this build. Things like that. So we could do another chopper. Or should I do a bagger? Should I throw a bagger into dresser? Sorry, I know it's a dresser. Into that competition because there'll probably be one or two, but not many. Would I lose? Absolutely. But I'm going to lose anyway. This is neither here nor there. Like, also, by the way, the voting system, there's going to be a social media component where you make it to the first level, and I'll share all those links and stuff when it's out there, not to vote for me, but just to get people to vote. Swear to God, I want you to go whenever that stuff's up and the links are available. I want you to go to whatever site it is and pick your favorite bike, but I want you to go pick your favorite bike. Like I would love many thousands and thousands of people to get involved in this and see and follow the process from the beginning of the original 24 down to the last few. And I'll do my best, seeing as I will be eliminated. There's no freaking question about. You should have seen some of these bikes, all right? I will document all of that as best I can while I'm there and share that with you after the fact. I'm sure that Cycle Source will be doing some live streams and stuff, and it'll be on Grease and Gears TV. If you don't know about that, go check. It's on everything now, on Apple TV and Roku and Fire Stick and all that. But Grease and Gears TV is Cycle Source Magazine's streaming service. You can actually watch tons of content. Chris just did a video on a Indian Super Chief he had, but there'll be stuff on there about it as well. But also on the Pro Monkey channel, I'll do the best to document the backside. I was about to say, I'm going to document the backside of this whole thing of what it's like to be a total loser from the beginning to the end. I'm not being self-deprecating here. This is serious. Like, you should have seen the freaking bikes that these guys are going to bring, and I'm going to show up with not that. So what do I do? Back to my other question. Down in the comments, please. What should I do? Should I crack another chopper out? Should I just for fun? Because I kind of want to do that anyway eventually, right? Because, I know what I would have done differently and what I'd like to do for the next chopper build. Or should I throw a bagger in there? Because the 19 CVO is coming all the way down to the motor and frame. I mean, well, keeping the stereo. That's it. So motor and frame are staying, and maybe not even the motor. We'll see. But I'm going to rebuild this bike completely from scratch to be my own again. So should I do that? Should I put the 19 CVO fully customized in the show? Or should I build another chopper and start from scratch? Heather even said in the live last night, I'd like to see that little dyna in there. This little dyna is going to be sold long before September, number one. Number two, I can't go all the way on this to make it a, SmokeOut Biker Build Off, contestant. It's going to be badass, but it's going to be a badass little, sub $9,000 ripper that we're going to sell long before that. I got to finish that. We got to work on the ST. We got to do a bunch of other stuff, but I really do want to know, and I'm interested what you think, because I don't know. I'm freaking lost. I'm freaking out, and let's be honest, I'm melting down. Do I throw a bagger in the mix? Do I build another chopper? I can tell you the motor I have a line on, assuming it even comes through, is a extremely hot circa 2000 Evo. Now, the motor's from the 90s. I'm saying this motor was built in the early 2000s, and it's a badass high compression bike motor that's in a chopper right now that's going to be parted out honorably, because there's a long story there. I'm going to do videos about that stuff no matter what, but I would love to use that motor in a chopper and start over again, new frame, new everything. But I want to know, what the hell do I do? I mean, and if nothing else, follow the story, man. Follow the story of what this biker build-off is going to be like in 2024, ending at SmokeOut, because there's some amazing dudes out there in their garage, just like this, churning out bikes that they're just legendary looking, you know. So anyway, I need your help. Love you all to death. Take care of each other. We'll talk real soon. Bye.